नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम है सी हेमंत गुप्ता एंड आज मैं आपके साथ सेक्शन 12 ए बी के बारे में कुछ डिस्कस करना चाह रहा हूँ, स्पेशली इन लाइट ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन नंबर 19 बाय 2021 issued recently in the month of March, made applicable from 1st April 2021. So what happened in this notification? As you know, there are trusts and institutions registered under section 12A, 12AA, section 10, 23, subclause C, section 80G. So these all trusts or institutions are required to get themselves re-registered with Income Tax Authority with effect from 1st for 2021. As you are also aware that these trusts or institutions were also required to get themselves registered with effect from 1st June 2020 within 3 months. Then again it got postponed to 1st October 2020. Then now finally it has seen light of the day with effect from 1st for 2021. All these postponements were happening due to the prevailing pandemic situation of COVID 2019. So finally we all have to get our trust and institution re-registered after logging into our income tax portal of that particular SSC, and this procedure is online. You have to file application online in form 10A, and form 10AB is also there. You have to use these forms and file the registration application. So I will also discuss in brief about section 12A and section 12AB. As you all know, section 12AA, which was on similar line with section 12AB, stands withdrawn with effect from 1st for 2021 due to introduction of new procedure for registration, section 12AB. So I'll start with section 12A. It basically states that section 12 and 11, which specifies that in order to claim any exemption under these section, you need to fulfill certain conditions. And what are those conditions? These conditions are: you need to apply for registration to PCIT or CIT within 1 year from creation of trust or institution, plus you need to be registered under section 12AA. However, it states that if you apply for registration post 1 year of creation of trust or institution, then your registration will be valid from the date of creation only if PCIT or CIT are satisfied by the delay, or rather I should say reason for the delay, or from the first date of the financial year in which the application for registration is made. Okay, so again, in case some changes are there on the terms and condition of on which the registration was allowed, so in that case those changes have to be brought to the notice of PCIT or CIT within 30 days period of those changes happening. Okay, now as I discussed, section 12AB has been introduced. So all these provision of subclauses of section 12A subsection 1 have been withdrawn from 1 for 2021, and new subclause AC has been inducted, which states that clause, there will be 5 clauses in all. There will be 6 clauses rather. So clause first states that for trust and institution who are already registered with Income Tax Authority, they need to apply afresh for getting their registration revalidated of sorts. Okay, within 3 months from 1st for 2021. Clause second is there, which says that trust and institution registered under new section 12AB, they need to apply minimum 6 months before the end of their registration. Okay, then it also, clause 3 is there, which talks about provisional registration under section 12AB. It states that they need to apply minimum 6 months before expiry of provisional registration or within 6 months from start of activity. Clause 4 is there then, which states that in case due to operation of section 11 subsection 7 of Income Tax Act, the registration becomes inoperative. So you need to apply minimum 6 months before from the assessment year from which you want your registration to be operative. Then again the modification clause is there. If your registration has become invalid due to violation of terms and condition, and you have made some changes in your terms and condition of your registration, then also you need to apply for registration within 30 days of those changes. And clause 6 is there, you need to apply 1 month prior to start of previous year relevant to assessment year from which date you want your registration to start. Okay, now coming to clause B, it basically states that if your income of trust or institution is more than the amount which is chargeable to income tax, you need to get the accounts of trust or institution audited and file the audit report and file the income tax return as well under section 139. Okay. Now subsection 2 of section 12A states that for application made after 1st June 2007, then provision of section 11 and 12 shall be applicable from immediate following assessment year, or rather I should say immediately following a financial year of application. Okay. So coming to section 12AB, which is a new provision for registration, there are in total 5 subsection in that section 12AB. Subsection 1 basically talks about period of registration and some conditions for registration. It states that in case of an application which we discussed under clause AC, wherein already existing trust or institution are going to apply for registration, they will be granted registration on application under this clause for 5 years. For trust and institution under clause 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th, they will be granted registration for 5 years subject to following conditions. First of all, PCIT or CIT will check the genuineness of the activity of trust and institution. It also used to happen in previous section as well. Secondly, the compliance with other law will have to be checked, especially which are material in achieving the objective of the trust. If PCIT or CIT are satisfied, these conditions are met, they will be given a registration for 5 years. However, if they are not satisfied, a reasonable opportunity of being heard will be given to the SSC, and thereafter either they will be satisfied or not satisfied, and if they are not satisfied, the registration application will be cancelled. And there is also provision for provisional registration which states that for clause 6 they will be granted a provisional registration for 3 years. Subsection 2 also states that all the pending application under section 12AA will be transferred to section 12A subsection 1 clause AC subclause 6. So provisional registration, they will be treated by route of provisional registration. Now the question might come, within how much time the registration will be allotted to the SSC. So subsection 3 is also there, which states that in case of an application made under section 12AB subsection 1 clause A, registration will be given within 3 months from the end of the month in which application is made. In case of a clause B, registration will be given within 6 months. Earlier also the provision was like this only, 6-month period was there. And in case of a provisional application, it will be given within 1 month from the end of the month in which application is received by the authorities. However, there are 2 more subsections which talks about cancellation of registration, subsection 4 and subsection 5. Subsection 4 basically states that under section registration given under clause A or clause B as above, as discussed above, if there is a dissatisfaction about the genuineness of the activity of the trust or institution, a cancellation order will be passed after giving a reasonable opportunity of being heard. However, section 5 is also there, which states without prejudice to subsection 4 of section 12AB, if activities of the trust are not eligible for exemption under section 11 and 12 by virtue of section 13 subsection 1, or there is a non-compliance with other provision of other law, or which are material for achieving the objective of the trust, then also the assessee, trust or institution would be a candidate for rejection of registration, but of course after giving a reasonable opportunity of being heard. So these are the formalities to be completed, or these are the brief summary about the trust or institution. I hope I was able to give you some kind of very brief insight into section 12A, 12AB and recent notification 19/2021. In case you wish to write and ask me any question in relation to trust or institutions, do let me know. I would be very happy to answer your questions. Thank you very much for watching my video. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.